Well, hey there! I am the Terrific Lady, otherwise known as Brandy, and welcome! I hope you all are having a fabulous day, evening, night, whenever you're watching this. If you're new, welcome! And if you're not new, welcome back. Please subscribe to keep an eye on my videos. I put out new videos every Friday. So, there you go. This is a retro rewind review. I forgot whether I said it was a review or not, but now you know. It is a retro rewind It is a retro rewind review. I consider retro movies that are 5 years old or more. Yes. So I will consider a movie from 2018 retro. That's just how it works here. Deal with it. And the movies, I watched two, and I will explain why. The retro movies that I watched were James Wan's Insidious, which came out in 2010, and Insidious Chapter 2, which came out in 2013. And the reason why I watched both of those back to back is, to me, they almost seem like one movie. So that's why I watched them both like one after the other. Now, with that being said, there might be potential spoilers going forward in this video. So if you have not seen Insidious or Insidious Chapter 2, please pause this review. Go watch these movies. Where did I watch these movies? Hold, please. Okay, I'm back. I figured out and remember where I watched these movies. So, going forward, there will be potential spoilers. So watch these movies on either Amazon Prime or HBO Max. I watched them on HBO Max. But go watch these movies and then come back to this review. Alright, so Insidious has this family who just moved into this house. And there is like poltergeist stuff happening. Like the wife finds books like that she put on the shelf, like on the floor. She swears to the love of God that she's seeing people, like people in the house. But her husband's of course like, no, well, I don't see anybody. And then her youngest son, I think it's her youngest son, I'm not sure, but her son falls into a coma. And unexplained coma, they have no idea like what happened. Doctors can't explain it. And it turns out that later on, you find out that the son is very good at astral projection. His soul, his like astral soul, leaves the body to go travel. He ends up traveling like too far to this really dark place. So the soul is there and is trapped. He can't find his way home. Well, the son's body is an empty vessel, which is left open for anything to come inhabit it. And unfortunately, there's this really nasty, evil demon thing that is looking to inhabit this son's body. So that is the basis of Insidious. And then Insidious, I'll get into Insidious Chapter 2 here in a minute. But what I like the most about Insidious is it was very good. Like a very original concept where the person, in a sense, is haunted and trying to getting possessed by demons. The person is haunted instead of the house. This, to me, I feel like the haunted house trope is a little bit tired, a little bit played out. So this is a very fresh and interesting, unique take. And dear God, this movie, these jump scares. James Wan can craft a really effective jump scare to where you're just not expecting it. And I criticize jump scares a lot because sometimes they end up being too much. And if they're too much, then it's just like, well, it's not giving the audience the result like of being scared if the jump scares are too much. He spaced out these jump scares very well. And more than once during this movie I was going, God. And yeah, I just felt that the concept of Insidious was just like very interesting. And near the end, you find out that the dad also had astral projection, and whenever he was a kid, he was able to do the same thing as his son. Well, his mother brought in, I think, this medium played by Lynn Shay. She brought in this medium to help like the dad like forget. So the guy who plays the dad whenever he was younger. I hope this makes sense. So she hires this medium to help the son forget that he can even do it because he has this. Oh God, this is confusing to explain. Oh boy. So let me go back. Go back and try to explain this. The dad, played by Patrick Wilson, whenever he was younger, he had the same kind of gift and ability as his son. He had this ghost like kind of thing that trying to possess him. So the mother hired a medium to help like hypnotize him like into forgetting. So the older version of this guy is played by Patrick Wilson. And the mom is like, hey, I know somebody that can like help your son. And it's the same woman that helped Patrick Wilson's character whenever he was younger. So she hypnotizes him into remembering again, so that way he can astral project, go to the area and get his son, go to the dark area and get his son. The son's able to go back into his body, but the dad encounters the same ghost or demon, like ghost, malevolent spirit. And the malevolent spirit ends up habitizing his body. And this is where you go into Insidious 2, where they know something's not right with dad. The mom knows that something is not right. The grandma knows that something is not right. And the kids kind of know that something's not right. And they enlist the help of the medium's friend. I believe his name is Carl. Yeah. So they enlist the help of the medium's friend Carl to help and try and get that malevolent spirit like out of Patrick Wilson's character's body. So that's the basis of Insidious 2. And you kind of see like why I'm feeling that Insidious Chapter 2 is just a continuation, or just of Insidious Chapter 1, why I feel like it's one movie. Yeah. I looked up Insidious Chapter 2 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a lower, like 33%, which I don't understand. I felt it was just as effective and well crafted as the first one. Really great jump scares. If you want a good jump scare, watch a James Wan movie. That's all I'm going to say, because he had me at several moments during Insidious Chapter 2 as well. It was nuts. And I love the fight to try and get that malevolent spirit out of Patrick Wilson's body. Because another thing that kind of freaks me out is the fear of losing control of yourself. And they crafted that just very, very well, I felt, in Insidious Chapter 2. So, after all that talking, my verdict for Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2 for both of these movies is that they are a definite watch, and I would watch them again, even though the jump scares would lose their effectiveness because I already know where they are and I already know what happens, but I would still watch this again because these movies are just so good. They're so good. And that is Insidious. So, thank you for watching my very long rambling review on Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2. If you want to know where my other content is, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Terrific Lady. And you can find my blog at bekindpleaserewind.blog. And if you want to toss a couple of coins into my coin pot, you can support me at Ko-fi. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, evening, rest of your night. Whenever you're watching this, and bye.